This tutorial looks at how we use Google for Education, also known as Google Classroom. Once logged into the hub, all we need to do is go to here on the home page and click in, or we can go up to the waffle and click into Google for Education here. It will prompt you more than likely for your username and password again, so just type them in and you will end up with a screen that looks very much like this. On this screen here, we can actually see two Google Classrooms. One here to the left and one here to the right. So how do the children actually access their work? There's actually quite a few ways. The first way is to actually hover over here. And this is basically work that has a due date. So it appears here on the front of the classroom, a bit like a calendar really. And as you can see, it comes underlined when we hover it. We just click in there and it'll take us directly to the work. Another way is to click in here and this will show all the work that's currently due. And this one here is a way to enter the Google Drive, which is basically all the work that the children have saved. Think of the Google Drive like a big memory stick on the cloud. So two ways here, click on there or in there. The third way, it's actually my preferred method, is actually click on the classroom itself here and then go at the very top here to classwork, and we can see all the work that's currently due for this child. Before we have a look at that work though, I just want to click back on the previous screen, which is known as the stream. Here we are. So this is basically like a public announcement page. So if the teacher wanted to discuss something with the whole class or tell them something, this is where they would actually put it. And you can see here that there is a bit of a conversation thread going on here. I can just hover over there. It says 7 class comments. I'm not going to click in there, but if I did, I would be able to read the comments as they're public, but only public for those who know where this classroom is. And you can reply to comments as well in there. So let's go back to classwork and actually have a look at what we have. So these here are known as assignments. And within each assignment, there will be instructions and no doubt some resources as well. So let's actually go into one. We can also see there's more comments being made on here, but let's go into one of these assignments. And the next bit is massively important. We see the title of the assignment, the instructions, but what we must do is view the assignment, which is this button here. I'm hovering over it right now. We must always go in and view the assignment. And here we are. I'm actually inside the assignment now. There's a title. There are instructions on what this teacher wishes the child to do, and there are a series of resources here. These resources at the moment are PDFs, but they could be a link to a web page. They could be a Google Doc, a Google slide. They could even be a video. So let's click in here. All we need to do again is hover over, and we actually see the resource itself. Really only one option is to either print here, and once we've read the instructions or we've printed, we can just click back on the arrow here and go back to the assignment page. So if we look towards the bottom, this teacher has asked to write a report. Either put it in their home learning book or go to add or create and select a document. Add or create is over here to the right, up here. And when I click in here, there's 7 options to add or create a document. I could upload something from my Google Drive. So the child may have done work already and they just click in there, they locate it in the Google Drive and then hand it in. We could add a link to a web page, or maybe a link to a web document. We could add a file. So there may be work on a memory stick or on the desktop. Just click on there, locate the work and upload it. And there's 4 other options to create a doc, a slide, a sheet or a drawing. A doc is basically the Google version of Microsoft Word. The slide, PowerPoint, and Sheets is essentially Excel. If I was to click on this button now, it would generate a new document here, and it would have the child's name on it. So they could then get on with this work here and report writing. And once they've finished that work, all they would need to do, if it was a doc on the top right, is hand it in. If it was a slide or a sheet, would actually need to click out of the document. They need to close it down like this, but don't worry because this is cloud-based. It continuously saves and come back to this page where this button will become the hand in button. And I click on the hand in button and it'll prompt them one more time to hand it in, and that work will be sent directly for the teacher to read. Once, and that's it. That's all they need to do. You may notice there's one other really important feature here, and it's private comments. So previous comments that we saw were public ones. These are private. So if the child wishes to ask something about the piece of work just directly to the teacher, they would put it there and it would only go to that teacher. So really, really useful. So let's go back to the original page that we were on, and it looked like this. A few things I want to draw your attention to, and as I said at the start, I will do more in-depth lessons on these. Plus, this allows you to join a class. So if a new class is set up, there is a class code which you just simply type in here, and it's unique, and join that class. There's no new class at the moment, but the waffle is where I want to draw your attention. Docs, sheets, slides we've briefly seen before. A calendar, if your child wishes to get organised, I suppose they could have a calendar. Sites, I absolutely adore. It's basically an application that allows you to build a website, and it's probably the most user-friendly one I've ever come across. Absolutely fantastic. All of a sudden you'll have children hopefully building websites very, very quickly and very effectively as well. Other things that we need to really be aware of: Google Maps, Google Forms, brilliant way of producing questionnaires and getting feedback, really, really simple to use. And forms can be embedded into things like a Google Doc or into a slide or into a site as well. Keep, absolutely fantastic. It's basically a application that's a bit like the computer version of a sticky note. You have a screen and you just add sticky notes. You just add lots and lots of notes to them. Jamboard, which is a collaborative program, and Google Earth, which is absolutely stunning these days. Incredible. Well worth using. So, as I said, this was really just a quick crash guide on how to use Google Classroom. I will do more in-depth ones at a later date, and hopefully that was all of some help to you.